Alrighty, so here we are. Are we here? Here we are. So we've got kohlrabi. Had one tray not make it. It's got a little dry. We got the heater vent up there. Just dried it out. So that one's a goner. And even this tray here, you see it's just not doing the best. This will probably just be bunny food. So he'll love it. But everything else looks pretty good. Decent coverage. Could have done a little more down there. But for the most part, looking pretty all right. This one's beautiful. So yeah, just a bunch of kohlrabi. They look mostly the same. Here's, I think, Brett's first tray. A little light, a little fun little design there, but it grew well, and that's all that matters, because this is all gonna be delicious. And then, as you can see, you got pretty good, pretty fast there. That's a good tray. A little light on that end, but hey, it happens. Some of my trays are a little light on some ends too. This one got a little heavy on one side, but it's still gonna be a tasty tray. It's like I said, it's not rocket science. You know, it doesn't take. You don't have to be too precise, and it's still gonna grow. So as long as you're doing it, you can do it. This is a radish here. I think it's a pak choy radish, nice and spicy. And these ones probably could have been cut a day or two ago, to be honest with you. So you can see we've got this little leaf growing in the middle of those two. And that's called the true leaf. And you usually want to get it a little bit before that one actually sprouts. So here you can see this teeny tiny little true leaf on that one. That's perfect. But this one here has got a, it's got maybe a few too many leaves. There's just two of them together, but that middle leaf there is a little bit big. That's okay, that's all right. Maybe this one's bunny food too, because I only sell the best. I only sell the best microgreens, and if they're not, I'll eat them. So here's the broccoli. Broccoli's my favorite. Beautiful tray of broccoli. Mystery seeds now, you may have wondered. Well, the mystery seeds are mustard. Mustard is tastes like wasabi. So good. The tiny little curly leaves. This one got a little dry down here. That was my bad. But the rest of the tray is just fine. Those just got dried out and wilted to nothing. Practically dust at this point. But yeah, that's those. And then we got the pea shoots here. So we got one good tray of pea shoots, but we got one tray that just didn't make it. And I should have taken it out right off the bat, but I figured let's see what happens. This is what happens when your peas don't work. Maybe if I had soaked the seeds, they would have done better. We can still keep growing this, and it'll do something. But they're struggling, that's for sure. So this will be rabbit food too, or maybe I'll take it out to the horses. But definitely not good for. I'm not gonna eat it. I don't know. But this one here, this is great for adding into your stir fry. So it tastes like peas. Fries up nice. Put it in your salads. Either way. Let's get to cutting. Put a little paper towel in there. Oop. Shove that right in there. And try to make like a little pocket out of it. Let's see. About like that. Looks fine. So, we're going to just set those there. Got right there. And then for the chopping, well, grab a little handful of them. And you don't want to cut too low because they start to get a little woody near the bottom. Yeah. And if you chop them high enough, you could get a second grow off of them. I wouldn't do that for what I sell because these little tendrily bits here are nice for plating in fine restaurants. They like to put those. I think they often pair these with pork dishes, like pork chop or something. See that yellow one? I'm not going to cut that one out of there. I don't want any discoloration at all. You got a little delicate with these things. Nice cut here. We might get away with one bag. Where's that yellow one? I don't like to pack them in too tight. There we go. So there's one tray of peas. Alrighty, and then to the fridge. This mustard is a little bit shorter than other crops, so it's a little bit harder to cut. Just gonna kind of grab a little handful and make a little slice. So, just bit by bit. Probably could have made this crop a little taller if I had left it in blackout for a little longer. Left it away from the light for another day or two. But I didn't know what it was, so I didn't really grow it to the best of its ability. Now that we know, we can grow it better next time. So, as I cut these, I want to make sure I'm not pulling up any roots. So I cut it, and then I look at them. No roots, no dirt. Toss it right in there. And we'll go over the cleaning process tomorrow. But there you can see this one here pulled up a little root. Yeah, just don't eat that one. Probably not worse for you, but who wants to eat dirt? I'm not a worm. There we go. Yeah, the aroma is quite delicious. Smells like fresh greens. Rather tasty. Who would have known mustard grew as a plant? I know I didn't. So as we get to the edge of this dry part, I'm just not going to get too close to it. Oh, you see, there we go. Pulled up a root. So you got to check and cut. All right, on to the next tray. So I'm going to smash this on that one and get back at it. If you had chickens, you could just take these trays out, throw them to your chickens. I'll have chickens someday. Everybody's doing the chickens, right? So, we'll see how that goes. Never done them before. Egg prices are crazy, right? So, found a little bit of undergrowth in that batch, so I just pulled it out. Next one we find whoop, there we go, that's good. Sometimes you gotta lose a little bit, so here's some kind of that strange undergrowth here. You got a little bit of just died early on, didn't root in, so doesn't look good. And my customers, they want the best. So I only give them the best. No funny looking greens, no matter how tasty they might be. As I'm cutting, I'm looking here through here for any sort of strange happenings. So far, so good. Sometimes the roots may look like white mold, but this is root hairs. So if you ever find the mold, or if we come across it, I'll show you. It's pretty obvious difference. Alrighty, and then I'm just gonna call that one good. So look at the roots. Let's see here. So you can see we've got nice, decent white roots. Some of them are a little dirty. Obviously they're growing through dirt, but they look pretty healthy for the most part. Here we go, we got the broccoli here. Let's take a look at these roots. A little wider. Whoop. And they look much better. So there's a good cut. Oh, cut way too deep. I got dirt on the blade. I'll lose those ones and wipe it off. And yeah, we're gonna wash these up anyway, so. Alrighty, that's a pretty good looking tray of broccoli there. Then I'll go back through here and cut all these down extra low for the bunny. Bunny loves microgreens, so he's gonna find these to be rather delicious. Sometimes I'll just put them on there, just let them go to town. So, food. I think lizards like these things too, like bearded dragons or something. So, see what your pet can eat, and if they could eat some microgreens, don't let too much go to waste. Okay, so here's the tray of radish. So here you can see that these are kind of laying down a little bit in the middle. All that happened is they got too long for themselves to hold themselves up, and so they start falling over. How I could have fixed that is to take these out of blackout a day early. So these might need a little less stretch time. That's what the blackout does, is stretches them up, makes them nice and tall. So here we go. So I'm just gonna grab a little handful. Alrighty, so now we've got a lot of kohlrabi. So with all this kohlrabi, we're gonna put it in this tub. These paper towels help collect some of the moisture. I'm gonna wash them tomorrow, so I'm not gonna put too many paper towels in. But yeah, here we go. These have beautiful purple stems. Look at those beautiful purple bases. Looking through this canopy here, just gonna found this one here with a little yellow leaf. Doesn't look good. Just gonna go through, pick out any funny ones. Check it out. Looks pretty good. You can see not much undergrowth going on there. So let's get to chopping. Yeah. I don't know, I think Brett did a pretty good job planting this tray. Beautiful microgreens. On to the next one. Okay, see. Think I could do this all in one foul swoop. Let's see. Ooh. There we go, another beautiful tray of kohlrabi. Well, coming across all these trays and we're seeing a lot of inconsistencies with the quality of the grow. Not that it's too bad, you know, but if I had measured all the seeds to what I know is the appropriate amount, we would see less issues and we'd see more consistent trays. More consistency is good, but it has its drawbacks as well. For example, if we had done them and they started to be a little bit weird, all of them would be a little bit weird. So doing them like eyeballing, some of them are a little weird and some of them are great. But I do think maybe on the next one we'll do some measuring for the planting and just see what that does for us. We'll see how much more consistent the trays are and see if we can get a more uniform grow with less of these undergrowths coming through, and see if it's worth all the time that it takes to be more consistent. So stay tuned for the next planting, which should be happening very shortly. Until then, what's my outro?
Thank you for watching.
Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends, and we're gonna be doing a lot more stuff coming up. We're gonna be doing more microgreens. We're gonna be taking these to restaurants. We're gonna be taking them to events, sporting events, and parties. Yeah, microgreens and other stuff. Stay tuned for more things that I do with Brett here, my boy. And if you like what we do, stick around. Hey, till next time.